Duke, Carolina. Duke is 4.5-point favorite, over under 132.5. 70% of the bets at BetMGM and 80% of the money is on the Blue Devils. Pat, who you got?
Well, I expect Carolina to shut them out because of Leaky Black. So, I figure it's probably going to be about 71-0 for the Heels. No, I think Duke will win. I think Duke has better talent. They have been more consistently good. Krzyzewski said, we had a bad week, and he basically owned that we overblew the whole last game at Cameron thing and put too much pressure on our own kids. And quite frankly, I think this is probably more a Krzyzewski family/school. We want to send Mike out the right way than him saying, I need to be honored. I just think that it kind of got blown up around him, and his very young team did not handle it well. And since then, boy, they've played well. The way they had stretches against Michigan State and against Texas Tech, and then again against Arkansas, maybe 5-minute stretches, but when the game was close, where they just absolutely were brilliant offensively and good enough defensively. They've added a little zone to the repertoire now so they can mix. They've got size, they've got speed, they've got guys that can shoot. They've got everything you need to win a national title. I don't know whether they will, but they've got enough, I think, to beat North Carolina, which has obviously raised its level of play incredibly, starting March 5th in Cameron. And they've got great players too. They have size, they have shooters. When their guards are playing the way they have been, Caleb Love especially, but RJ Davis as well. This could be a heck of a fun shootout. If those guys are hitting, then I think we're looking at, 77-75 or something. But if they're not, if Caleb Love's back to going 4 for 18 and not guarding very well, that sort of thing, then it's all on Leaky's shoulders, and that might be too much to ask.
I'm with Duke, too. I just think they have too many good players. Wendell Moore, A.J. Griffin, Banchero, Mark Williams. These guys are all NBA bound. They just have so much talent. And it's interesting when you go back to that game. I like I said, I thought these guys couldn't handle the pressure of it. It probably was just way too much. There was something just sort of like over the top about that day. And I get it was like not really for national consumption. It's more like this is a Duke thing, but just everything just felt too big.
I was there and started on Thursday was the first time you're like, when Kay had a press conference and he was really good, but the words North and Carolina never came up. It just worked against them, I think, and it certainly worked in Carolina's favor. They could feel the disrespect.
Nobody has more experience than Mike Krzyzewski at coaching in the Final Four, unless we're going to go with Gino Auriemma. But in terms of the men's side, so my guess is he's just running this like he normally does, 13th Final Four. And at this point, the pressure and the finality wouldn't matter whatever's going on.
Right.
So this is it. So if he can keep that, I just think they have a better team than North Carolina, but obviously going to be a great game. All right, Villanova, Kansas. Kansas is giving 4.5, over under 151. Half the bets, but 75% of the money is on KU.
Yep. Jayhawks will win and cover. This is with Justin Moore. I would give Villanova a chance. They still would be up against it from a size standpoint. That's immovable, but they would have those perimeter players and, the way they space the floor, move the ball, make shots. I would give them a chance, and especially to kind of frustrate Kansas. But without him, no. This is a 6-man team that's now a 5-man team. You're going to have to try to get like Brian Antoine, who was a 5-star, like top 10 recruit, who's been injured and ineffective and really done nothing in his college career. You're going to all of a sudden have to try to get him up to speed in like a week's time. I think that's too much to ask against a very, very good opponent. So it all lines up for Kansas, not just to win there, but then to have the fresher team in the final, I think, on Monday.
If it's Kansas, I'm going to pick Kansas, too. This is really boring picks. We all agree. Kansas Duke. Kansas would be giving 1. If it's Kansas UNC, Kansas would be giving 5. Okay. Duke Villanova. Duke would be giving 3.5. Villanova UNC. Villanova would be a 1.5 favorite.
Really?
They don't like Carolina. If it's Kansas Duke, who do you got just quickly? Which team?
I'm going to take Duke. Rematch of the 1991 finals. Not a rematch, really. I hate when people say that. It's just a reoccurrence.
Grandpa.
Yeah. We're not dusting off Greg Kubek and Mark Randall and Adonis Jordan and Grant Hill from that game. Sorry.
It's like when they do those stats, like so-and-so is 112 and 83 all-time on Tuesday nights.
Yeah,
okay, great. That's
right. Yeah.
very relevant.
So, no, but I'll take Duke. I just think at that point, you get there, you know, you've gotten to that point, you finished the job. Could be a heck of a game, and I do think they would be the less rested of the two teams, and that does matter. Sometimes you see teams crack on that Monday night, no matter how badly they want it. But I'm going to say Duke gets it done and wins the whole damn thing.